You know, my gorgeous Virgo, that the actual February is going to be such an important time of your life. Why? Because every single aspect of your life, everything you have been through for such a long time, it's going to start narrowing down to the specific point, to the specific stage of your spiritual journey, of your life. You are going to really, my gorgeous Virgolini, this month understand something so specific about yourself. On one hand, you really need to be honest with yourself, like you've never been honest with yourself before, with exactly what you want to do. Because, you know, for such a long time, there has been something on your mind, like pretty much so, like all the time. The certain stage, you know, where you want to get in your life. What do you want to do? You know, what do you want to do? And how do you actually want to live your life? Indeed, within the last 2 or 3 years, yes, within the last 2 or 3 years, you know, you've already have been quite uncomfortable with certain things around you, and you have been quite uncomfortable with the way your life is. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you had a bad time. I'm not saying that it was terrible. I'm not saying that it was horrible. But I'm just saying that, you know, the month of February is going to be the actual time where you are going to reach such an important momentum, like a mind-blowing momentum. And you are really, and it is going to happen like roughly at around the 17th and 18th of February in particular, where you are, you know, like the certain events are going to take place. And once these certain events take place, you are going to recognize and you're going to realize exactly what you want to do and how you want your life to be. But then again, it's nothing that you didn't know before. It's more about you reaching this very specific stage of your life where everything after this moment in time, it's about to change. Do you know the power that you are going to feel, the power that you are going to regain right from the beginning of this month is going to change everything. This is the power that I'm talking about, because you are going to be able to feel the completely different vibration from the very 1st of February. So what does that mean, completely different vibration? This particular vibration is something that is going to keep you going, that is going to be kind of like a really elevate you and kind of a really remind you, you know, of exactly some kind of a plan that was on your mind for such a long time. But now suddenly you are going to have this urgency, especially when it comes to the actual timing. And the reason why you're going to have an urgency, and what I said that it's going to happen roughly at around the mid-February 2023, is those events and those things that you are going to become aware of. For some reason, you are suddenly gonna really realize how time is actually precious, and this is all gonna boil down towards you coming back home to yourself and towards you like speeding up the process with so many different things in your life. And especially from the 17th of February onwards, it's like, oh my God, this is gonna be like tornado in your life. Literally from the 17th of February onwards, you are really gonna be surprised with yourself, how strong you're gonna feel, how adamant you're gonna feel, how brave you're gonna feel. Your confidence is gonna like shot up like there is no tomorrow. You're gonna feel the energy and vibration around you and about yourself that is going to rejuvenate you to the point where you're not only going to like really become so brave to deal with certain aspects of your life, but at the same time, this is beautifully going to open you up and it's going to make you realize how much more out of your life do you want. So by the end of February, something magical is literally going to happen. And it's not only about like things that you want to do, but it's also about like really specific and important people in your life that have been missing for a while, that you didn't, not necessarily that you didn't feel a connection with these people, but you have been like maybe like busy with your own things, and the people in your life have been busy with their own things, which it doesn't absolutely matter. But the bottom line is that this is all not only gonna kind of put you back on the path, my gorgeous Virgolini, where you should be. You're going to be ridiculously successful indeed. Just really pay attention to the ideas and pay attention to all those things that mean to you so much, but you have been like kind of ignoring them for way too long. This energy is going to be so sharp when it comes to the actual February that, oh my God, it's like, it's just going to remind you also, like, you're going to remind yourself how things used to be in your life. And at the same time, you're going to realize that you are the only one who can actually do something about it. So you must, for the love of God, my gorgeous Virgolini, all this that I'm saying right now, you do need to really pay attention to those blockages. You need to pay attention to things that have been kind of slowing you down, but you also need to kind of analyze yourself in such a way why you haven't made the necessary steps, you know, when you kind of like were thinking about it quite intensely, like, you know, within the last 2 or 3 years, you know. So it's all about you also like really putting yourself as a number one and healing yourself throughout this process as well. I'm telling you that something magical is going to happen by the end of February, where you are gonna make probably one of the most important decisions of your life. That decision is gonna make you feel alive again, but it's also gonna be like a big decision, huge decision. This is gonna probably be one of the biggest changes of your life that you're going to really decide to make. This is gonna be a big change, and it's gonna involve your immediate environment, your house, your home. Maybe you will want to move somewhere else. Maybe you will want to do like a big changes, you know. It's like, oh my God, the month of February, it's probably going to be the month of the biggest changes of your life, you know. You just need to like really concentrate. You need to kind of like also recenter yourself. You need to ground yourself, and you need to understand that every single inspiration you have throughout the month of February, it's gonna be like kind of like so like also at the same time, it's gonna be like a breaking point for you. Every single inspiration, you need to understand, some of them are gonna be brand new, and some of them are gonna be inspirations from before that are going to be highlighted. But the difference with this month is going to be, it's that you are gonna be able to really kind of achieve so much, you know, when it comes to its particular progress. It's like, oh my God, my gorgeous Virgolini, my name is Sasha Bonasin. I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for February 2023. So when it comes to the actual numerology, your number is number 15. Number 15 is 15. It is a very powerful number in itself, and it's indicating the fact that you are actually going to have some kind of like a really competition. Some kind of competition is so important. Whether you are going to be the part of the competition, whether you believe this or no, you don't believe this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which stage of your life you're at, what are you doing, what are you focusing on, what's going on in your life. You're still going to be the part of the competition. And let me tell you that when I say that you're going to be part of the competition, it's like people are completely off-put, like, oh no baby, no, part of the competition, blah blah blah. No, it means that you are really going to be watched, but not necessarily being watched at the same time. So you could be working like on something really important, for example, something that means to you so much. I know this is going to sound crazy, but you could be working on it's all about the energy, and it's all about our own perception, it's all about our own reflection, and it's all about how much energy do we give towards something that means to us so much. It's about the power of our manifestation at the time when energy is so crisp like it has never been before, and that in itself, it's only means that it's going to speed up the process of manifestation as well. So when I say that you are going to be the part of the competition, it doesn't have to be necessarily, but it can be like you being part of the like actual literal competition. It could be, but it may not be. It could also be like you just being by yourself. Let's say you're a painter, you're painting a gorgeous picture, you're at home, and you have a whole week to paint this gorgeous picture, and you just give your all. You just give always that a little bit extra. You must push yourself that a little bit extra. This is the key element here. You must, for the love of God, you must push yourself that a little bit extra. Okay? Oh my God, I cannot even explain to you what is actually going to come out of it. So let's say that you're just by yourself at home and you're painting this gorgeous picture. Just remember, you are going to be part of the competition, and even if you're just by yourself, like for a whole week, and you paint this gorgeous picture, I want you to understand this. When I say that you need to give your all, just when you think it's the end and you're completely tired and you're completely naked and you feel completely uncomfortable and you feel completely drained, this is when the big mama is going to step in. I need you to understand that at the time when you feel completely tired and drained, like you can't go any further, you have to go further. You need to make an additional step. You have to push yourself that little bit extra, and trust me, you are going to break through something, and what you're going to break through is going to change your life forever. And it's at the same time, it's going to like really reward you in so many different ways. You're going to learn something very specific about yourself, because that in itself creates a very, very special and powerful energies. And this is something I need you to do. I really need you to kind of like push yourself that little bit extra. And that in itself, it's really like, oh my God, I cannot even explain how important this actually is going to be. You are going to have such a reward. So you please understand this. So it's about you understanding the how many times I'm going to say understanding? Sorry. It's about sorry. It's about you needing to get this. Like basically it's just all about like you like kind of like working towards something that means to you so much, something that you work on, and that in itself, it's not only going to be one of your biggest breakthroughs, my gorgeous Virgolini, but it's at the same time going to give you an absolutely mind-blowing reasons for celebration very soon after that, especially when it comes to March 2023. Like, oh my God, my gorgeous Virgolini, you need to understand this. This is the process. It's the process. You put your energy towards something that you're working on to such an extent where you are going to push yourself a little bit further. Just remember, by pushing yourself a little bit further, you also become like this gorgeous, enormous spiritual key, and you are about to unlock the door that were never like unlocked before, which means that you will be able to walk into a brand new world. By the time the beginning of March happens, you will be able to see what you didn't see before. And especially when it comes to working on a certain problems, something that you've seen like being like so difficult and dark and negative, now you're just going to sail through like a big mama, and you're going to ask yourself why you haven't been dealing with these problems before. But also the most important thing is that you are, when you put as much as you can energy towards something that means to you, that is going to bring one of the biggest celebrations into your life. And you will see how much this is actually going to mean to you. You are going to inspire yourself. You're going to inspire people around you, and this in itself, it's also going to mean to you so much. And this is even going to make you like kind of not only like kind of inspirational, but it's also going to increase your energy in such a way where you are going to start becoming really artistic. And pay attention to how many things you're going to start noticing in February when it comes to noticing beautiful things, when it comes to noticing gorgeous things, when it comes to noticing those things that have been interesting you like in such a long time, like a personal things, but you were closed in for way too long. So now you're about to come out of this shell, and once you come out of that shell at the beginning of February, you're going to start noticing things also you haven't kind of noticed before as well, but you need to notice them. You know, it's like it's going to be absolutely remarkable. And also at the same time, you know, you are basically, when it comes to being that part of that competition and you putting lots of energy towards something, you know, at the same time, you know, you are going to become aware of like that there is going to be like kind of so much to do, like quite a few things are going to be ahead, and normally this would absolutely put you off, but there is this gorgeous person, this amazing person in your life, somebody really consistent that is going to kind of be guiding you in terms of like inspiration. So somebody is going to be kind of playing a really big role here when it comes to you being inspired by that particular person, somebody unusual, somebody a little bit strange, somebody a little bit quirky, somebody extremely intuitive, but also somebody who is like kind of like a very successful. So I'm talking about someone quite successful, but I'm also talking about someone who is rather spiritual as well. There is some kind of a guidance that you are going to get and understand when it comes to the personal insight, especially like when you kind of stumble upon just a little bit, when you're going to think like, oh my god, it's a kind of hard work ahead, but then you're going to be absolutely fine because you are going to be keep on reminding of what someone said to you, like this particular spiritual person, and that is indeed going to make you feel so much better about yourself and about what you're doing, and it's going to clear like so much to you as well at the same time. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, you know what else I was going to say when it comes to February? You are going to have this moment of like kind of nostalgia. Now suddenly, it's going to be like in February, you're also going to be kind of like thinking a lot about your childhood. You're going to be thinking a lot about those things that have kind of passed, But then at the same time, when you find yourself thinking about childhood, now this is going to be different, because it's, first of all, you are going to be thinking about the specific points in your childhood, how you used to like kind of enjoy yourself, what you used to do, and how carefree you used to be. And then you're going to start thinking about the specific and certain people that you haven't seen in a long time when it comes to your childhood. And now this is going to surprise you, because now suddenly you will want to reconnect with the specific people when it comes to your past a long time ago and when it comes to your childhood. And there are some specific people that are going to come to your mind that you haven't been thinking about in absolute years, like, oh my god. And I want you to say to you that one person who you are going to be reminded of from your childhood, that particular person is going to play a really big role. And how do you know who this is going to be? Well, for the first time, and that's how it's going to seem like. Now you're going to be thinking about the specific people in your life, and oh my god, you're going to remember him, you're going to remember her, you're going to remember your friend, and then suddenly you're going to someone is going to pop in. Someone is going to pop in like boom, boom, in your mind, somebody who like you kind of haven't thought about before, or at least it's going to seem like it. And this specific person that is going to pop up, in your mind, when it comes to your childhood, that is going to like, whoa, surprise you, like, oh my god, where are you coming from? It's going to surprise you. That particular person you really need to reconnect with. That particular person is going to have a very important message for you, and the message that person is going to have is for you. It's going to be completely out of this world, something that you have been struggling with, and something to do with the justice, but you making an important decision when it comes to some kind of a justice, like a proper justice I'm talking about. And that particular person, with the power of your mind, with the power of your synchronicity, and through your intuitive psychic mind, because you're so connected to all these earthly energies, that particular this is all gonna kind of like be leading towards that person who you just kind of reminded yourself after so many years, you know what I mean? Like, or for the first time like ever, you're gonna be reminded of that person. You're like, where are you coming from? Like, I can't believe I remember this person, you know what I mean? And this is why there is a reason for it. There is a very specific reason for it, and I told you, because that particular person has got an important information for you. Blast from the past, baby. It's going to have an important information for you here, because it's going to open your eyes and it's going to make you aware of how to deal with some kind of a justice. And that particular person has either been through something very difficult that you've been through, that you are going through, but you need to make a decision before you start something. You see, that person has either been through this, or that person is like something to do with like a legalities and things like that, and they have got like a very kind of important bright answer for you, kind of bright information. And this is really going to surprise you. But then again, it's to do with like you not only doing the right thing when it comes to the actual justice, the process of justice, but at the same time, this is going to be something really, really clever, really, really smart smart. And you're also going to realize, you know, when you're focusing on your childhood, you know, this is going to be really bizarre. You're going to be able to kind of like have a sense of smell as well, you know, through your childhood. You know, on your mind there is so much that you're actually going to be able to kind of reflect on. This is going to be crazy, you know, but there is a reason for it. Again, when it comes to you thinking about your childhood, now you will understand through your childhood that there is something that you need to accept here and move on. Okay, there is a specific situation that you are going to need to accept, my gorgeous Virgolini, and move on. Something to do with your childhood and something to do with you not kind of getting over something. Oh, so something happened to you, something affected you as well. So this is completely not related to what I said now before about that person coming through and saying, hello, darling, justice, justice, justice. No, baby, no. But now you're also going to really kind of understand that, you know, you're going to be reminded that there is something that happened to you in the childhood. I know I'm going all deep now, but this is important to come to the bottom of this. You need to be strong. You need to be very, very strong, and you need to go over this. Something that happened to you in your childhood, and partially you're blaming something negative and something quite sad and something quite dark, and partially you're blaming yourself, and partially you're blaming the certain circumstances. Circumstances. Oh my goodness. Okay, circumstances. So, you know, you're going to be reminded of something that, you know, this is going to be, oh my God, one of the most amazing opportunities for you when it comes to you really moving on from something, my gorgeous Virgolini. So when it comes to you like kind of being reminded of this, you just kind of need to understand that you need to accept something that happened to you in your childhood, because otherwise this is going to be slowing you down, and this is going to be kind of preventing you to move on. And in fact, within the last 5 or 6 months, and not even the last 5 or 6 months, but you know what, I know within the last like about a year or even couple of years, you will keep on reminding yourself of something that happened to you in your childhood. And then sometimes you just go into this like a little victim mode. Please don't get me wrong, don't attack me, please, but sometimes these are normal responses that we have as a humans, you know. But sometimes, you know, you just kind of become like a really kind of you know, you just need to kind of like a really but basically you just need to kind of accept this, you know, and move on, because, you know, you just, like as I said, because it would kind of like really make you like you're a victim, but you're not a victim, you're a warrior. Okay, you're a warrior, you're not a victim. And to consider yourself as a victim for something is just like, oh my God, no baby, no, we are not victims, you know what I mean? We are warriors, you see what I mean? You just need to change your mind about it and accept it. Look at it from a different angle, look at it from a different perspective. There are worse things that can happen to people, there are worse things that happen to people. Just, you need to accept this situation that happened to you in the past. This happened to you in the past. Do you know why? Because you're special, because you're different, because you're powerful, because you're gorgeous, because you're so spiritual, because you understand so much more than other people understand, because that's your gorgeous nature. And this, like when you're a child, a lot of people can't understand, and lots of people cannot see where you're coming from. And this is what you need to understand. Just look at a different perspective. This was happening to you because you're special, you're different, you're unique, you know, you're full of light. And when you are full of light, you also attract other light as well, but you also attract lots of darkness, and that's natural. And the darkness that you can attract at the time, it's like a purely like a negative response to your own kind of bright light, you see. So you just need to come on top of it and accept this. As soon as you do this, you're gonna have a mind-blowing awakening. And look, when you accept this was just so still holding you down. You need to snap out of it. You need to come out of something, because you are still in a mode like you were like some kind of a victim, but you weren't. You're just different. You're special. You're very powerful, and you're very unique. And once you accept this, you see this life purpose. Look at this big mama. I've been told if I do this that you can't hear my voice properly. So I'm not gonna do this in case you can't hear my voice. You can't not to hear my voice, my gorgeous Virgolini, come on. No, but it's like once you accept this, you see, this is all kind of, my God, this is so much deeper. Your like your life purpose, it's like connected to it. So not that long after that moment in time, you really are gonna have such a interesting idea, and that idea that you are going to have, it's gonna make you feel alive again as well. And that idea that you are going to have, it's also gonna be it's also gonna be connected to your spiritual journey, and it's going to be connected to your life purpose as well. And at the same time, this is going to empower you as well. You're going to empower yourself. You're not only going to have your spiritual awakening, but you are going to do something magnificent for your own life purpose. This is important. This is the part of your life purpose, because you're special, you're different, you're powerful, you're unique. That ain't kind of nothing bad or nothing horrible. This is actually showing how special you are. So that's part of your life purpose, okay? And at the same time, this is something that it's actually going to empower you as well. It's like, oh my God. And also it's like Virgolini, honestly, I'm not being funny, but you know, you will see, I think even at the time when I'm talking this, you will be able to feel the vibration changing, the vibration becoming very interesting. And what you're gonna do with it, it's entirely up to you. It's entirely down to you, and you need to make the most of it. This is what I want you to understand. And at the same time, you know, you are, it's all going to boil down towards one specific moment, my gorgeous Virgolini. You are going to be able to manifest something like that you've never were able to manifest before. I mean, this is going to be mind-blowing. You are going to be able to manifest something. It's about you becoming so determined, so keen, and so eager. You know, it's all boiled down to this. You know, I know I always say so many informations, but it's all going to boil down towards you becoming so keen and so eager towards the end of the month to actually manifest certain goal into reality. Now you had something on your mind for so long. Now, you know, there were so many things happening in your life over the last 2 or 3 years. You know, you were quite good, quite successful and everything, but there is a very important element within you that's missing. I'm not saying that you were not happy or miserable, but I'm just saying that you are kind of halfway there. So you're doing really great, but now it's time to go on the next level of your spiritual journey. Now you really have to come out of your comfort zone, and you are, by the end of this month, going to manifest one of the most important goals. You know, you're going to manifest some kind of idea into reality, and this is going to be mind-blowing. But you are going to need to take a little break and recharge, because just to take a little break, recharge mentally, kind of like prepare yourself for what's to come, because this is actually really going to surprise you at the same time. So when I think that you should take a little break, it would be ideal to try to take a little break within the last 11 days of February. Within the last 11 days of February, try to take a little break, buy something for yourself, get something. So within the last 11 days of February are going to be really important when it comes to you manifesting specific goal into the actual reality. You will know exactly what you're going to do, okay? But at the same time, you are gonna need to kind of, within the last 11 days, you are gonna need to really kind of like take a little break, recharge your batteries, and mentally prepare yourself for what about you're going to hear. By the end of this month, you are gonna get recognized. Listen to me very carefully. By the end of this month, by the end of February 2023, you are also going to get recognized for something that is really going to surprise you. But by then, I need you to be recharged. I need you to recharge your batteries, okay? I need you to do something for yourself. Take a little break, recharge your batteries, buy something great for yourself, treat yourself, because you need to be chilled out and you need to be relaxed. When you become aware of like some kind of recognition, where you're gonna get recognized, it's gonna be mind-blowing. It's going to surprise you, but it's also not that it's going to surprise you, but the level of recognition, it's actually going to surprise you. You're not gonna believe achieve this. This is going to be remarkable. But at the same time, this is to do with your accomplishment, it's to do with your hard work, it's finally to do with things moving on, and also becoming the part of a mind-blowing direction, because you will know that after this moment in time, you know, you are finding yourself on a very beautiful spiritual path where so much is going to be on your mind in terms of like kind of planning and ideas, but at the same time it's a lot to do with your understanding how quickly things are going to start changing after this moment in time. When it comes to your nutrition, my gorgeous Virgolini, I just want to say what I said before. It's important to take natural vitamin D3 supplement without any horrible fillers, without any chemicals, and something of a high good and exceptional quality. Natural vitamin D3, it's going to be ridiculously good when it comes to boosting your immune system, but it's also brilliant for your sensitive bones. So I highly suggest you to get natural vitamin D3. This is of course my own brand. I also suggest you in combination with zinc picolinate, which is going to be remarkable in order to boost your immune system, but it's also going to re-energize you. And the third thing I was going to recommend you, it was organic chlorella, because it's full of omega-3 essential fatty acids. So it's going to be brilliant for your brain, for your memory, for your mind. You know, it's going to be brilliant for your skin. It's going to be also remarkable when it comes to us detoxifying ourselves from a dangerous metal. Organic chlorella has been proven over and over again how good it is when it comes to detoxifying ourselves from dangerous metals that are sadly nowadays absolutely everywhere. If you're on any medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, with your GP, and only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And you can just buy these vitamins and the link is in the description below, or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you will see vitamins coming up that way as well. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm gonna tell you that the 1st of February, it's gonna be brilliant. The 1st of February, I told you, it's like already like you're just gonna be wondering where this energy is coming from. Like, oh my god, like I feel different. Now suddenly you're gonna be in this cheeky mode. You will want to do this, you will want to do that, and you will want to speed up with this, you will want to speed up with that, and on your mind you're going to have this person in your life, like a friend of yours or someone who is very close to you, who is extremely successful. I'm not saying you're not successful, but they're extremely successful with what they do. They live life in a certain way, and you're going to be keep on reminded of that person, how free they are, how carefree they are, how much they do in life, which is always fine to use, fine to actually use someone as the actual foundation. You know, when we are thinking about big aspects of our lives, and when we are thinking about how we're going to make the necessary steps and things like that, it's nice to have someone as a base, someone who we really look up to, and someone who is doing great things that are inspiring us, you know. So at the same time, you're going to be keep on reminded of that person, someone in your life, somebody who you not necessarily look up to, but somebody who you are like kind of, oh wow, you know, I want to do it like this, I want to do it like that. So this is always good, and it couldn't have happened at a better time anyway. So on the 1st of February, you know, this is like, oh my goodness, you know, like the whole new, like the 1st of February, you will see in the morning, as soon as you wake up, the very first thing in the morning, pay attention to what is on your mind. Like there is something going to be on your mind which is going to surprise you on the 1st of February. Look at this. There is something going to be on your mind which is going to surprise you, okay? And what is going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Virgolini? Look at this. You're going to need to help someone. Oh, someone is going to need your help, compassion. You see this? Someone is going to need your help, and you're going to play an important role in that person's life. Someone is going through something so difficult, so horrible, so weird and so bizarre, and you are remarkable when it comes to your energy, and you are really a very specific person in this, you know, person's life. You're playing a very specific role. So someone is going to be on your mind on the very 1st of February, as soon as you wake up in the morning, and that particular person is actually going to need your help. And you really kind of, you will not know this, but all you need to do is just reach through someone, please. This is important. This is going to really kind of it's going to show your own beauty. Not that you're doing this to show your own beauty, but you know, there is something for you there. There is something that you are going to talk to that person, and there is going to be an important conversation, and you are going to understand something so specific about yourself when you have this important conversation as well. What's missing in your life, it's going to come out through that conversation, but more so, you are going to be able to help that person so much because it's to do with some kind of experience that you had that you don't really like from a long time ago, you know, but at least you're going to be able to reflect on this and say to this person what to kind of do to get themselves out of something that they got themselves in. Very important indeed. And also the first of, did you hear it? Police cars. Hello, I'm here. they're after me, they're looking for me. Yeah, sorry. Now, the 1st of February is basically, so you are also going to, this is like the venture. You are going to really start some kind of a venture here. There is some kind of idea that you are going to have here already. And this idea that you are going to have, you need to understand, you know, this is going to re-energize you like there is no tomorrow. And also at the same time, you're actually going to have a really good news about your finances within the first few days of February, and this is only kind of going to be even more powerful confirmation for you that you need to take this on. This venture, this idea that I'm talking, it's to do with an idea that it's going to become a venture, but that venture that I'm talking about, it's also like kind of like it has got so much potential, and this is literally going to actually change your life. You need to go with this, my gorgeous Virgolini, as soon as you possibly can. You are gonna make, by you taking this venture on, this idea, oh my God, you know, you need to really kind of understand that you are at the same time making a really wise choice, and this is going to make you feel so much happier. Not only you, but your people around you. Everything in your life is going to change after this moment in time, but this is going to make you feel happy, and people in your life who mean to you as well, this is also going to make them happy as well. And in fact, in between the 4th and 7th of February now, in between the 4th and the 7th of February, you are going to get the necessary strength, because you will know that you are going to hear a very good news about the specific horrible, nasty situation coming to an end that was affecting you so much. It's like, oh my God, you're only going to realize here how much was this actually affecting you. So now you're going to have a control over something that was draining your energy for way too long. So in between the 4th and the 7th of February, this is when you are really gonna kind of like really, you will understand that these are the beginning steps and the beginning stages of that venture that I said on the 1st of February. So that venture, the beginning stages are going to happen within the 4th and the 7th of February, where you are going to really understand and know exactly what do you need to plunge in, what do you need to investigate, what do you need to look into further. But I don't need to tell you this, because you are going to feel so vavavumish. You are going to feel like, oh my God, your energy is going to rise. You know, your vibration is going to rise to the point, you know, where it was never before. You know, it's so important, and you will know, you're gonna feel like I wanna learn about something more, I want to investigate something more, and this is at the same time going to make you feel really happy and optimistic, and everything is going to start making sense. Everything that was making you feel dark and negative, it's going to disappear now, and it's all about you following this vibration of optimism and enthusiasm that you are going to feel. And at the same time, it's going to make, you know, your wish, your dream real. Look at this. You see this? So first we've got this big mama. See this big mama? See? That's a big mama. And then we've got that one. You see? The big wish is going to come through this. So just, you know, just for you to remember this. La 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 la. Just for you to remember this, my gorgeous Virgolini, indeed. So now also what I was going to recommend to you, it would be this 2 light. Absolutely beautiful. At the time of such an amazing changes, look at this gorgeousness. At the time of these amazing changes, we also need something that is actually going to help us to connect to our third psychic eyes. Our third psychic eye, but at the same time, you know, it's to center your heart, you know, because it's actually going to increase your awareness, and also it's going to give you more loving out outlook on life. So when you on one hand you're like feeling really optimistic and you're like kind of feeling this vibration and energy that you haven't felt in such a long time, then this absolutely beautiful two light has got such a powerful energy to balance you out and just keep you going and keep you going on that level. I'm not saying that you need to this in order to keep going on that level, but it's only enhances all those things that are making you feel really optimistic and enthusiastic. And especially when we have to push ourselves a little bit further, then this is absolutely magical, this crystal, because it has got this ability to kind of affect us almost immediately. So this is called two light, and also at the same time this comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. I highly recommend you this. Now, the next date that I'm going to be talking about, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's going to be on the 17th of February. Now, on 17th of February, you will know that there is something that you are going to need to leave behind. Something was like, really, something is going to come to an end, but this is all part of your natural progression. You need to be very strong, and you need to remember to be honest with yourself. What is this that has come to an end? This in itself is something very personal that you don't like talking to people about it. For example, this is very personal. This is to do with things that you kind of like keeping to yourself, but you have to move on from something. This is very important, and it's also at the same time the part of your natural progression. And it's almost as if on the 17th of February you are going to be kind of like, you're going to be reminded of what this is, and almost like your instant, almost like it's like a reflex. Okay, I'm just going to try again. Okay, I'm going to try this. No, baby, no. You need to put your foot down. You need to see what this is, because it's to do with something that is making you feel so unhappy, and it was making you feel really unhappy, and it was preventing you like being yourself and you enjoying yourself, you enjoying your life. So you need to come to the bottom of this, what this is. It is very important for, for you to actually do this, my gorgeous Virgolini. And this is going to give you so much clarity. Okay, as soon as you leave that situation behind, you are going to have gained so much clarity, but then at the same time, you're going to understand something about your home. Okay? This is brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, what else I was going to recommend you? It's like, oh my God, this is something special. This is something really special. This is something extremely powerful. This is something extremely unique. This is like striky. When you wear this gorgeous crystal, like people are like, what have you got? What is this? This is one of the most beautiful crystals you can actually get, one of the most powerful crystals you can actually get, one of the most unique crystals you can actually get. It's absolutely outstanding, and on top of that, it's extremely rare. Okay, this is extremely rare, and it's called a petersite. Look at how beautiful it is, but I don't know if you can see it like this. You see, if I do it like that, you can't see it, can you? See what I mean? So like if I do it here, yeah? See here. Can you see it like now? How beautiful. Oh my God. I don't know if you can see it because it's changing. It's changing like the way it looks, in the sun, for example. I don't know if you can see it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's not too much, but it's beautiful because it's changing its colors, and it's extremely striky. And I really hope that you can actually see this. This is one of the most powerful pendants you can actually get, and at the same time, this pendant has got the power to kind of like really get rid of the negative energies immediately. And it's fantastic when it comes to like any emotional turmoil. It's fantastic when it comes to any problems that we are going through, or any kind of anything that makes us feel really anxious and negative. And especially when it comes to like us going through certain changes in our lives, this helps you to keep on top of things. It motivates you, it instantly elevates you, it instantly opens you up to the point, as soon as you wear this, there is like this huge amount of confidence that you actually have. You feel so much better about yourself because you ground yourself. But then on another hand, intuitively, you kind of see and you understand so much, and it really helps you to be so much braver when you wear this. On one hand, it makes you feel really good and really amazing about yourself, but on another hand, it makes you feel so brave when it comes to doing certain things, you know, because it's cleansing your aura, but at the same time it's restoring it to calm. And this is the vibration and energy to like that we need in order to think clearly. So this, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's something mind-blowing. Just remember, it has got a power to elevate us immediately. So when we need the courage, you know, when we need the kind of strength, when we need the confidence, you know, this, it's amazing. It's just like kind of you put it on and it's almost as if you like walk into the whole different world of possibilities that you feel so keen and eager to do it that would normally scare you, because subconsciously it opens you up so you see pathways that you didn't see before. Oh my God. So this gorgeous baby, it's called Petersite, and as I said, these are quite rare. So this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. But buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Virgolini, so thank you very much for that. And also the last date will be on the 27th of February. Now the 27th of February, you know, someone very beautiful in your life, somebody who you're very close to, like your immediate family member or your best friend, you know, they are gonna remind you of something like, come on, wakey wakey. So on the 27th of February, somebody like extremely close to you, like your immediate family member or your best friend or your partner, husband, wife, you know, they're all gonna come through and they're gonna say, oi, why are you not doing this? Come on, you said this, you're gonna do this for such a long time now, why are you not doing this? So they are really like kind of going to remind you of something that, you know, you kind of not necessarily you forgot about, but it's important for you to pay attention to this, because it's something that you've been talking about to do for such a long time, but it's also going to make your life so much happier. So it's worth to pay attention to what this person is going to tell you, and after that moment in time, you are going to find yourself in this so much, but you need to be very, very clear, and you need to be very direct, and you need to be very sharp and quick after that moment in time. So that what that person tells you, you need to be quick about it. And even if it seems like, oh, I'm gonna have plenty of time, no baby, no, listen to Sasha. Sasha knows. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to see just briefly in the first part of February, you are gonna make a very, very important decision, and the decision that you are going to make, you have been indecisive about for way too long. The mid part of February, you know, you are gonna become aware of like some kind of a devil as well, a nasty bastardo, nasty devilish person you're gonna become aware of in February. Actually, it's nothing to do with your life at around mid-February. It's nothing to do with your life, and you're not going to become aware of devil, but lots of devils. There is something that you're going to hear, something that you're going to see, and it's only going to confirm to you where the devil is and where the devils are. And this is going to be brilliant. You know, I wouldn't say this normally, oh my God, it's devil, it's brilliant. No, baby, no, but it's more about confirmation. At a time when you knew about these devils, maybe like maybe certain people were like, what are you talking about? So this is going to feel like a sweet little victory for you, because something is going to be confirmed to you through this, and then on another hand, it's only going to work towards in your favor. And also the last part of February, you know, you are really finding yourself on a spiritual quest, and don't be surprised when you find yourself feeling so bored with so many different aspects of your life, because that's just a part of the your natural progression, and you need to follow this through no matter what. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to see what is going to basically happen to those of you who are in relationship. Now, you need to like understand this, for those of you in relationship, that you are actually you need to, it's to do with an important collaboration. Okay, so almost as if like you are going to need to have an important conversation. You and your partner are going to need to have an important conversation or some kind of collaboration about making a really big move, because you are going to decide like you want to make a really big move, big step, but I would not suggest to do this without having some kind of like an important conversation, you know, with few different people. There is something that you both don't know that you need to find out in terms of like a specific information. So don't rush into anything whatsoever. Don't rush into anything. You will know who you need to talk to. You will know who you need to speak to. And even if you have to collaborate with someone, you will still know who this is by the 25th of February anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But just remember, like if you want to make a really big step as the couple, don't rush, okay? Because this is something you spoke about it for so long. Don't rush. You need to kind of first to talk to someone, because there is something missing, a specific information that is going to change so much, you know, but it's important. And also those that are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Virgolini, you know, it's like an inspiration this month. You will have an inspiration like there is no tomorrow. I think you're going to come across someone who is going to be absolutely gorgeous, my gorgeous Virgolini. You're going to come across someone who is really delicious in so many different ways. Can even talk like this, you know. You're going to come across someone who is quite delicious, you know, and you are, but you will know that that person is not going to be with you. For maybe that person is going to be with someone else, or it's not going to be possible for you to be with that person or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But you're going to find this person so delicious. And from the beginning, you are going to be aware of the fact that you can't be with this person, but you're still going to like it, you know, being around that person and all that. And it's more about the whole picture, the whole package, you know, not only like, oh, gorgeous on the outside, like worms on the inside. No, baby, no. This is the whole package. Somebody very beautiful on the outside and somebody gorgeous on the inside. And you're like, oh my God. And on top of that, you're going to be sharing something really kind of something very unique. You're going to be sharing very unique, okay? And it's more about, so it's not about any loss or anything like that when you know that that person is not going to be with you, because you're going to be aware of that from the beginning of the conversation. But that person is going to really manage to spiritually penetrate you like you've never been spiritually penetrated before, and that in itself is going to excite you. That in itself is going to elevate you, and it's going to inspire you so much. Like you will really want to now be with someone who's similar to this person, you know. And this is always good. And that in itself is again going to inspire you. Like, oh, I want to go out there, I want to do this, and I want to do that. So it's more about the inspiration that you're actually going to have, which is going to make you feel alive again. You should go for it, because that particular inspiration that you're going to have is going to bring you towards someone very, very special indeed. So you will see this was all beautifully connected indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.